Okay, so we did a bunch of tests with the electric tricycle with the rear mounted motor, and the result is a lot of pop chains. So I'm down 2 chains. Every master length is blows. I'm gonna take this out, and I actually have a front wheel drive motor, like hub motor, to put on this thing. Same voltage, same everything. So let's get it open, let's take that off, and let's get it going. When I was taking the motor off, it was impossible with the whole mount and everything. So I had to obviously undo all the bolts in the motor holding it together. Make sure I unplug the hall sensor, everything, all the regular wires. We're going to get cut into this new box and show you guys what this hub motor is looking like. I can introduce you guys to a new link in the description where I got this from. It looks pretty good. It was pretty cheap. It wasn't like expensive. It wasn't too expensive. I mean, I don't know what you guys call expensive, but there's the speed controller, the throttle, everything you need is in the box. Give you a couple accessories and stuff like that. But first things first, let's get this old front tire off. This is a 26-inch tire. This is a Schwinn Meridian trike, 26-inch tires, single speed. And you have to take off the first bolts. Some people flip it over immediately. I just wanted to put it on the stand, so I have to do all that extra work. And turns out I still have to do a lot of extra work because I couldn't get the front wheel off at first, and then I was like, oh wait, the brakes are still holding this thing together because like the wheel won't go over the brake pads. And you just undo the little thing, you just pop it off, the little clip. And then we're getting to flipping the bike over. Should probably say this from the start, but it is what it is. And here it is. You got to make sure you line up the orientation for the hub motor. There is an arrow on the tire, so obviously just flip it over, because it's going to be going the opposite way because it's upside down. But you're going to want to spin the bolts that are there so you can like weasel it in. And it should fit in pretty naturally. It took me a little bit because I was just doing it had the bolts a little too tight so it wouldn't go all the way in on one side or get caught on the other. So you just tighten everything down. Each side is individually tightened. I learned that the hard way because I was like, wait, why is one side tight and the other side is not? And I realized that each side individually tightens. But it is time to flip this thing back over. And don't mind the rusty battery frame. I have to clean that up and make it all good. And here is the speed controller out of the box. You're going to need some zip ties to zip tie it together. Or if you want to build a nice little mount for it, could be good. But they give you a bag, and these speed controllers actually run kind of hot, so I'd rather have airflow going over it than under it. Than having it enclosed completely. They are to an extent waterproof. I think like IP67, but right now we're wiring up the throttle to the handlebars and the main like switch on, like with the speedometer and your power button and stuff like that. But now we're moving on to the hall sensors and the phase wires. The phase wires are the yellow, green, and blue wire. You're going to need that little junction box so you can connect both of the phase wires from the speed controller to the hub motor fairly easily because they bolt together, and it makes everything very simple. So from there, everything else is pretty much good. You just have to plug in the hall sensor. And it's like a 6-pin plug. You really can't miss it. Don't mind the zip ties. They're a little bit wild at the moment. I'm just trying to get this thing working. Putting the 48-volt battery is lithium ion. If you haven't, I built this. There's a video up on the YouTube channel. You guys should go check it out if you want to go build a 48-volt 13S e-bike battery. But now it's time to actually, you have to take off the left handlebar brake to slide on the main power switch and like the mode switches and stuff like that. So after that, you want to put your little brand new grip on, and from there you just want to tighten everything down. It's really that simple. Now that it's all together, plugged in, you hold this power button, all this comes on. Yeah, but it works just like that. I guess let's go for a little test ride. See, because I didn't put the pedal assist sensor on. Let's see like what happens versus when you do or when you don't. Let's see what happens. I might just never put it on. I already realized that it works. But one thing problem that I ran into, these front brakes do not line up with this rim. So you cannot like stop with the front brakes. You only have the back brakes at this moment. But it's something we'll work on. And 48 volt, same 48 volt that I was gonna power the other motor with, this motor, but it's just too strong for this thing. Kept breaking chains. We only got about 3 bars on this thing, but we're going pretty good uphill. And I gotta figure out how to switch this to miles an hour instead of kilometers an hour. But this little thing has got some juice, man. I mean, for cruising, at least. Yeah, this bike is super fun. I don't know if you guys have heard from the previous video that I did on this trike. This is actually going to be a gift for my girlfriend's parents. Definitely slow and steady and easy for anyone to ride with a decent battery life. And it's so dope that anyone could build this thing. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of dedication and how much you want to put into it. Got more content coming soon. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment. Do all that. I appreciate everything. Peace.